there, welcome to this week's episode of Chinner Tip Tuesdays. My name's Kati TRIMMELL, and I'm going to talk to you today about some products that I just got, and we are going to talk about them right now, and then I'm going to come back and do a review. Okay, so everybody has seen this bad boy, this infamous crooked Girth, okay? So I am super excited to test this out and see what I think. I've read it a few times now, and so far I really like it. You know, you're like, which way's up, which one's right? But I really like this neoprene, the fact that I can clean it really, really easy every single day. It does have a little roller here, which honestly I don't really give a crap about. Something I don't like right off the bat is how long this is to flip. Like, why? Whoever made this has never rode a Western saddle, just saying, because I guess the company is more of an English company. They just came out with this Western style Girth, so I was really excited because I definitely liked what it was doing for the English world, and I've been watching it for a while now and hoping they would come out with a Western, and they did. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm going to use it for a few weeks and see what I think, and I'll get back to you guys on it. All right, the next thing on the list is the infamous no-hit bit. So I've been wanting one of these bits for a long time. So I bought two. Why not, right? So I got the dog bone with the roller because I'm a dog bone fanatic, okay? So I got the dog bone with the roller and a square mouthpiece. I'm really excited to see how this bit works and what type of horses I like it best on. So I will definitely let you know which horses I liked it on, which ones I maybe didn't like it on, and how it goes. But I'm really excited. It was like Christmas when this came in the mail, I'm not going to lie. I was very anticipating. I also got, because I am a mullen fanatic, as anybody would know, a square mouth mullen. This is the original shank, not the short shank. They have a shorter shank version, but I really like the idea of this longer shank because it's going to give you that nice delay. It's that soft, it's the purchase, okay? So technically this is not a shank, it is the purchase. The shank is a distance below the mouthpiece to the reins. So technically there is no shake on this, okay, none. It's just got a massive purchase, which is gonna give you that lift. So I am really excited to get to ride this and tell you what I think. It's just like Christmas, okay? Like, totally stoked. All right, my last item is a new liner from CSI. So it's a wool liner, and I don't normally use these kind of liners, so I'm really excited to see what I think about it. I typically like something that's really, really easy to clean, and supposedly this is going to be. So I will use this and let you know. And what better way to break something in than ride 10 head of horses a day in it and see how it goes. The only thing about this one is that I will have to disinfect it a little more than like my other pads because it is such a soft and fluffy material. But it should be really interesting. So we're gonna give it a shot, and I'll let you know what I think. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been about 3 weeks since I checked out all those products, and I wanted to give you an update on what I thought. So first things first, the Pegasus John Lyons Legacy boots. You know, I really like these. I've been wearing them a lot, like a lot, and they're really tough. I like the leather here, and I want to show you something really cool. So see this tab here of leather where it doesn't go all the way to the end. So when these are fastened down, excuse they're dirty, but when these are fastened, you have this tab to pull. And especially with as many horses I ride a day, I really like the fact that they're easy to get on and off. They only have 2 straps. So I really like this, honestly. They've got, you know, the gentleman was right. When you pull on these to apply them, they do have this elasticness to them. And, you know, the claims are they don't sweat. That's a crock of crap. They sweat. You know, there's just impossible. It doesn't matter what material you use or how breathable it is. When something is touching something, it's gonna sweat. So they do sweat, which doesn't bother me. I mean, basically everything sweats. I don't want my boots on my horse for a long period of time anyway. So it's basically right before they're gonna go to work, and then I take them off immediately after to cool them off. So the sweat doesn't bother me at all. I do like the fact that they can get on snug enough that I don't have to worry about a bunch of dirt getting in them like a lot of the other boots. But overall, I really like these, and I would recommend them. I like them better than I like my Professional Choice. They don't get as dirty. They go on quick. Now the original Pegasus, I don't like. I don't like those at all. But these are a total step above. So if you've thought about picking these up, I think they retail, I'm not even gonna say, I'm gonna put down what they retail for, but I think they're really worth the money. You know, I've worn the tar out of them, and so far they're lasting really long, so we'll see. Okay, so the next item is, okay, and this is not wool, it is fleece. I was watching the other video and I'm like, what are you talking about, lady? This is fleece. Okay, so this is the CSI fleece liner, and this is what it looks like. I really like it, honestly. I didn't think I would, and for a trainer wise, you know, I'm not like thrilled, because I do have to spend a little extra time. She's so cute. Spend a little bit of extra time waiting on it to dry and sanitizing and stuff like that, but I have one mare who has the softest hair ever, and it feels like everything just like rubs her hair because she's so sensitive. So this has been really awesome. Horses. Wildlife. Anyway, this has been really awesome not to like ruffle her hair or do anything like that. So I really like the softness. So I've started using this. I've got a couple like specific little fillies that I really like this on. So I went in really skeptical and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I honestly really do like it. And I'll also link how much CSI is asking for this one versus the original. Okay. Shouldn't have ate that ice cream. We're good. Okay, so next up on the list is the no-hit bits. Did I love them or did I hate them? Dun dun dun. Okay, so this was a little bit not like I thought it was gonna go, I'm not gonna lie. So the one I thought I was gonna love the most was the Mullen mouthpiece, because I love Mullens. I just love them, okay? But you know, I like it, but I haven't found the right horse. And when I do find the right horse, I'll let you know. What I loved was the dog bone no-hit bit. Oh my gosh. It was amazing, like absolutely amazing. And I'm telling you that horses that don't, here, I'll get this a little closer where you can actually see. So what makes it unique is the purchase here, okay? And then your curb, you don't actually have a curb. It goes right underneath the jaw, okay? So there's not a curb. This is just basically for stability. And then I asked for a Mullen or a roller on my mouthpiece. So this roller kind of lets them play with something. It gives them something to do. And sometimes it'll really help one break at the pole when they don't normally want to. I asked for square for a mouthpiece because I'm too light with my hands, almost to a fault. So I have to ride with a bit that's got a little more bite to it to make up for the lack of handsiness I have. I'm really, really light. And that can be a fault sometimes, so I have to ride with just a little stronger bit to make up for that. So someone who's a little more handsy definitely doesn't need to go with a square mouthpiece. Go with a smooth, go with something really light. But what I found is a horse that I normally rode in a Mullen bit or something else, it just really, really liked this. It was those breaks, that the way that a dog bone works off the bars of the mouth instead of the tongue like a snaffle does. You know, there's no entrapping the tongue, there's no claustrophobia. I just really liked it. And I found I was able to go from a O-ring on a colt to this with no awkward transition phase. And you always have that, you know, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, what is this? When you go from an O-ring to a shanked or a curb bit. And I didn't have that at all, and that was really, really interesting. So I took 3 babies in one day that had been in O-rings that were ready to transition to something else, and I didn't really know what I wanted to transition them to. You know, I've got a few bits that I have laid out that I really like for that, but it still takes time. And I was able to, stallions. I was able to take the know who hit bit and a dog bone and immediately put it in their mouth and go lope a barrel pattern, and not even really have to like. Usually I spend a few days really getting one soft and understanding the bit, being really careful, and I didn't have that transition period here, and that's amazing. That's days that I was able to take off that I normally have to have. So I think that's going to really help me in the long run, and help a lot of trainers be able just to kind of scratch out those days where you're having to acclimate a horse to a shanked or a curb bit, where you're not gonna have to do that anymore, and that means a lot to me. The neat thing about this bit is when you do have to kind of like pull one around, it doesn't scare them. There's no head lifting, there's no rearing back. Now obviously if you're gonna get heavy-handed, that's gonna happen no matter what. You have a hackamore on and you are too heavy, that horse is gonna lift its head. But I didn't have that at all, where sometimes the first time you put a bit that's got a, you know, a shank or a curb chain, you know, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she got onto me. But I didn't have that with any of my horses. And I've been riding this bit on, well, 5, 6, 7 a day, just trying to see what I like it on. And I haven't found a horse yet that won't ride with it, that acts dumb with it or really hates it. They're like, okay, whatever, passive about it, or they really like it. And to find a bit like that is really cool. So I'm really excited, and probably gonna own one in every mouthpiece. But I do want to say, you know, these bits by themselves I think are 110, and then you got to pay shipping on them. But if you ever see me at a barrel race and you want to try one, feel free, just come over to the trailer and, you know, ask me if I've got one in the trailer that's not being used, and I'm happy to let you try it, because it is a big investment. Same thing with the CSI pads. If you've ever wanted to try one, please come find me, and I am happy to let you try one. We'll work together and see if it fits your horse. I really want people to do the best for their horse, and I know how expensive all of this is, and it can get overwhelming. So I am more than happy to help you. Just find me at a barrel race. Sometimes I'm crazy busy, so you may have to wait till after the race or whatever, or come out to the farm, and I would love to help you try to find what would work best for your horse and how to save you some money. So, okay, so this Girth right here, it's amazing. I love this thing. Absolutely, I love it. I love it. I cannot, I think that this Girth and the CSI pad is like, it's like a marriage. It's like the day that ice cream met chocolate, like almonds met chocolate ice cream. Anyway, so I love this. I love this thing. Like, it fits so well. It gives that perfect amount of shoulder relief, and I don't have to ride it as tight as I normally do a Girth, which I really like. And I'll put the price on, but I think it's like $79 or $89. Now, for people who ride like for hours and hours and hours, and they don't like this neoprene, you know, they have a fleece version, and I'll put the price on that here too, but I don't want a fleece one because it's kind of like the same thing with the saddle pad. I need to be able to sanitize it and clean it and it be dry enough to get on another horse immediately, and you can't do that with fleece. It just has to be able to dry. So this right here, I can spray down with my disinfectant, and you know, 30 seconds it's dry and it can go on another horse. So that means a lot to me as a trainer. I don't, you know, my Girths aren't on horses for over an hour, so they're not going to be able to burn. I've heard people say that their horses can get burns and stuff, and that can be a problem, but I've never had that issue, and I don't think I'm going to have it with this because I've rode in material like this forever. But if you are someone who goes on long trail rides and you are going to need to be on your horse for a really long period of time, they do offer this in fleece. You know, I'd like to try one just like this. I really didn't think I'd like it, but I really like it. I just can't, you know, jump on horse to horse with it. And same thing with this. I would like to try it. I think it would be really cool in conjunction with that filly that likes this so much. But as of right now, I'm not spending the money. We just got horses getting crazy. It's crazy around here. It's okay. You're okay, titty bitty. You're okay, mare. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Anyway, real life here. Life of a horse trainer. Anyway, ice cream. Anyway, so you know, if you thought about trying it, I'm definitely going to recommend you do it. I'm so glad I liked it. I actually bought 2 more. I rode this like 3 days and I was like, I have to have more. So I bought 2 more and I'm probably about to buy a few more. I really like them and I really like to try the fleece kind, but not willing to invest that much money in a Girth. No, that I can only put on 1 horse and then 1 horse a day. No. Anyway, well guys, I hope you enjoyed this Trainer Tip Tuesday review. And I look forward to reviewing some other stuff. If you have any suggestions on things that you would like to know how they work, and let me put them to the beating test of 10 horses a day, then comment below and let me know, because I would absolutely love to do it for you. And don't forget to subscribe, comment below, like it, and I'll see you next time. If you have any suggestions, feel free. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and ride some flipping horses. It's cold here.